Hi friends, if you're a new immigrant and you work as a driver, a delivery driver, a truck driver, or you work in some sort of domestic help, or you work in a farm, or you work in a store, or anywhere else, you have a job and you had an employer that mistreated you at any time in the last like 5 or 6 years, you could be eligible for a visa that gives humanitarian visas. It's called Visa T or T visa to those exploited at their job by very bad people who become employers. Employers of nannies, employers of truck drivers, employers of anybody who works in a store. And there are signs that you are eligible, but you have to give us a call and figure it out with our legal team. Before I start and get into all the details, please subscribe, share this video with your friends, and give us a like, a thumbs up, and let us know in the comments what ideas you might have that would help develop this T visa as a good way to get first a visa and then a green card after some time. Let's get right into it. First of all, let's talk about people who are drivers or truck drivers. They are being used and abused. That happens everywhere in the United States, and especially when you work for like smaller companies that have like one or two people as partners. I'm not talking about the really big national companies. I'm talking about the smaller businesses. When you work in a small business as a truck driver or any type of driver, they will take advantage of you. It happens all the time. Before when you are just being hired to work, they promise you one thing. But after you start working, the truth comes out. They pay you less than they promised, or not at all. They withhold different fees from your pay. They convince you that you don't need to be an employee and enjoy benefits like paid time off, insurance, and so forth. They convince you to be an independent contractor when under tax laws, you're not eligible and they're not eligible to pay you as an independent contractor. They make you work day and night with no time to sleep, eat, or rest. You are not allowed to say no to long and dangerous trips. You just can't say no. You have to take every job they give you or they fire you. You sleep in your truck with no money for food or hotels, and they withhold money for fees from you, or maybe they're in debt to you as sort of like a bond that you don't steal the load. They threaten to report you to immigration if you complain. They threaten to put you in collection if you complain. They give you fake leases to sign and you're paying off something where like you think you own the truck, but then it turns out that you don't own this truck. You feel stuck and you're scared to leave. If any of this sounds familiar to you, you're in an exploitive situation. You could get a T visa, especially if you can go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist and show that you're experiencing trauma from this, that you're experiencing symptoms like not being able to sleep well, waking up all the time, depression, anxiety, feeling worried all the time, feeling very tired when you haven't done anything, when you're constantly thinking about this, when you're afraid to work or drive or do any type of, work that's related or like that's similar to that. After this type of job, you were exploited and you're entitled to get a T visa. You may feel broken. You may have even panic attacks. You may lose hair. Your weight goes up and down. All of these are mental issues, symptoms that you just might not even be aware of. And you could get a T visa through this. You're not alone. We ask you to think about the situation. If you were a truck driver or delivery driver and you were like stuck in this job, you had no money to leave, you were told you owed them a debt, like you owe them, you were scared of being arrested or deported, you had no other job or place to go, you were stuck in the middle of nowhere with no help, you had to drive in unsafe conditions and work for much longer hours, much longer driving in a row than you first of all, are able to, or second of all, is safe and legal by state and federal laws. If that applies to you, you could be eligible for a T visa. You are not alone. There's a lot of people out there like you. This T visa is special. It allows you to stay in the US legally, get a work permit, and then apply for a green card. So it's a great visa. It does involve filing complaints. We usually do it with the Department of Labor for the state. And if you show you were cooperating with the Department of Labor, you're in good shape, you can file. Give us a call to figure out your own legalization situation. Our team can help you figure out the best strategy, the best plan of action, and we can start immediately and not lose any time. We've already had hundreds of clients like you and had them approved, and they got green cards. And over the years, I personally have been practicing immigration law over 21 years. I've had thousands of people who got citizenship and green cards. So you are going to be like them if you give us a call today and you start working with us. We're waiting. Give us a call. Thank you. Bye-bye.